What a beautiful day in the 60s. Lots of mechanical noises going on. Turn it way the other way, maybe you won't hear it as much. We're supposed to get kind of some rain today. Yesterday, during the evening, we got our first little fog in. I recorded it, and it was fascinating. I hope it shows up. I haven't viewed it yet, but I'll put it on in any condition. It was very dark, and we were at the end of the lens, and this lens, when it gets to 600 millimeters, gets very dark unless it's full sunlight. Unfortunately, it's very busy now, so I don't have all that much time. The knees are doing better, back is doing good, and I'm enjoying my walk. You know, if there isn't all this pain going on, life can be pretty good. It's the later years that you get all this chronic pain and you're fighting it all the time, and you think, oh God. But if you get a good night's sleep and the pain isn't too strong, you just keep going. So many people have trouble figuring out what is CO2 and how it reacts and what we have to do about it. So I thought, well, let's just look at a few charts and see if people can understand it a little better and how desperate we are. This is just about CO2, but you could say the same about methane and other greenhouse gases. Glasses are nice and dark today. Seems like when it's cool and overcast, they get just really dark. Kind of neat. And you don't notice it looking through this way. You only notice it looking that way. Amazing technology. So how fast do we have to reduce CO2 to keep to 1.5 C? Well, let's take a look at the chart. As you can see, unfortunately, we're very close to 1.5 now. Some may argue that these are conservative numbers and that we're actually at 1.5. Somewhere in that ballpark. Weather isn't exact science yet. So how fast do we have to have abrupt reversal of emissions? Let's look at this chart. As you can see, we have to go almost straight down to zero. And these are conservative charts. We have to go from 411 parts per million down to zero emissions from humans. And from then on, to get climate to where we can even survive it. This isn't a maybe, this is a must. This is science speaking. This isn't just me. So, are we getting anywhere with CO2 reductions? Let's take a look. Now I wanted to show you this other chart real quickly, which shows that we had a flattening of CO2 emissions, but I never saw it. I've never seen it in the chart. So I think that's some kind of right-wing bullshit they tried to pull off. But the real science is there. CO2 is definitely on the rise. And yet the world leaders are talking about how they're going to be the top oil producer or the top natural gas producer, as they're flaring it away right now, when they could be the top producer if they just used what they're flaring. Or don't go for the gas until you have the ability to collect it. Makes sense, huh? But yet Russia's trying to tell us that they're going to be the top natural gas producer and that they'll be the supplier of Europe. Well, hopefully Europe can get away from natural gas and oil altogether, working more and more with efficiency, lowering the population some, or at least flattening it off, and converting over to renewable energy. Well, maybe that You know, doing these kind of videos is like doing the same piece of music over and over, going over the same score, playing the same notes, trying to get people to see it. And they're just so used of the constant flow of doom and gloom, they don't understand that even things look that way. Humans are smart enough to fix all of this, and we know we are. Greenhouses in the city, turning farmlands back into forest and shrublands, or their native vegetation that was there before humans. There's so many things. Reusing things over and over, building things without obsolescence built in. Billions of things that we can do to stave off the worst. Oh, but why do that? I've got to get back on my phone and look at these. So I definitely appreciate all your ups, your downs, your new subscribers, and add your knowledge to the knowledge already here.